Lubbock Fire Rescue is celebrating its achievements in 2025. It published a second annual report promoting the work of its first responders. Chief among them, opening Fire Station 20 in South Lubbock. The Eric Hill Memorial Station at Indiana Avenue and 142nd Street is named after the late firefighter who died on the scene of a crash in January 2020. 15 firefighters assigned there serve that quickly growing part of the city. The department claims a 439% return on the city's investment, protecting more than 4 times the value of what Lubbock pays for its firefighters. Those include new automated dispatch systems, a record recruiting year, and more than 1,200 men and women stepping up to serve for the second year in a row. Firefighters are using the new equipment, including new air tanks and a blocker engine designed to protect them. Lubbock Fire Rescue maintains a prestigious Class 1 rating, putting it on the top 1.3% of departments across the United States.